Hello everyone. We continue on with our macro proles project, and this project we're gonna work on the data table for one. That's one thing we need to fix, and then implement the things on the back end here. So that's really it. And then we will post this image on the AI, and then we will ask basically which of these things are being affected in our enum. And so this is gonna cover pretty much everything needed here. Based on data provided in your knowledge and master files, here's exactly what is being affected. Page policy summary effects. Okay, no. No, just tell me what should I add here. I think he will get it once I show him exactly in the outcomes. You will need policy instruction. What? I wonder what day it is today. Since you're it's Sunday. Since your outcomes variable is map linking an enum base variable to an integer. Wait a second. You're not really showing me, are you? Oh. Did he add all the things? Oh. List them all here. Nice, that's a good start. Thank you, Gemini. Political power. So let's start from political power. Political approval index. Oh my god. These are not even variables that are like... we're gonna... In the development process, we're gonna be needed to work a lot more with the meta variables. The backend variables are the actual variables that are doing all the hard work and heavy lifting, I feel like. And the rest of them are kind of like a show off to the player to convince them he knows what is going on. It's actually the real work is actually happening in the backend. The real calculations. So we need to work on these actual calculations, I feel like, but it's okay. State budget. Okay, we'll work on the numbers later. State budget. Number 2, state budget -2, okay. State not -2. It should be like, wait a second. We don't need to change this one because the state budget is already covered by the cost. Yeah, you see, cost is here. So, remove the state budget. Cost, etc., etc., etc. Already covered. That's where. Okay, guys. Governance, political approval index, -5, +5. Election campaigns, again, political approval index. Don't tell me Don't lecture me about how much. Only tell me what is roughly affected. Yep, political approval index again. Fund more emojis to help me understand better. Because I'm a visual person. Political power, nice. Run election campaigns, nice. Fund media outreach. Fund media outreach. Political approval index and political. We could have a boolean here, positive or negative. Political approval index, and what else? Yeah, and we can make it so that over time it changes this amount by which this is affected. But anyway, this can be easily fixed later on. Political approval index, efficiency of all policies. Efficiency of all policies. Alright guys, we made some progress here. Run election campaigns. Host rallies. Political approval. Economy. Total factor productivity. Not really. I don't want to affect total factor productivity. Hold on, let me focus on the whole screen. I think I'm gonna wait a second. So we're gonna window capture. Yep, only this one. Much better. And so host rallies. Political approval. We already did that. Efficiency of all policies. Not really. This is a whole category of its own, actually. Hire an economic manager. We could make a new boolean, which this boolean here, this boolean add hire economist +1, so this data can be hire economist 1 each time. What kind of weird like combination is this? Anyway. Stimulate effectiveness, total factor productivity. Nope, actually stimulate button power, man. Gemini is kind of, I don't know. Stimulate effect, bureaucratic efficiency. Now this is the real productivity, total factor productivity, multiplier of everything, and yeah, I think that's pretty good. What else? Bureaucratic efficiency. Should simulate also a little bit the click multiplier. Anyways, it's alright. Yep. Policy effectiveness. This is gonna be efficiency of all policies. And boom. We're gonna do we also have this one here. Why? Simplify tax code. Tax efficiency. So this means you collect more out of each, because in the beginning you're gonna start with really bad tax efficiency score. We could also have a tax efficiency score displayed to the player also. Mm, or we could make it as a tooltip. But anyways, digitization. This is gonna be. This really has to do with everything almost. So this can be really powerful. I realized that the balance of power here is the number of units you have in this outcome steam map actually. So this could be, you see here, for example, this is really powerful, bureaucratic efficiency, which to be honest it should kind of be. Tackle corruption, for example, this one. Tackle corruption. It's okay if some things are more like powerful like that. Tackle corruption. It should have like um, failure rates, corruption. First of all, and then corruption, tackle corruption. It should have tax efficiency in tackle in this process. Could there be corruption in the tax collecting process? Probably. Investments. You could bring more investments actually. Hire an economist. Hire incomes no. Clicker employees automation. Stimulate bottom power. Efficiency of all policies. I like this one also. And maybe also total factor productivity. Total factor. Yeah. Tax efficiency. This is just tax efficiency, that's it. Wait, what? Simplify code should also have to do with the total factor productivity. And a tax investments. Yes. Bureaucratic efficiency. This shouldn't this also bring like investments? Yeah, this requires a lot of thinking at this point. The video is getting 13 minutes long, so we can worry about that as we go on forward with our project. And I'm gonna upload it right now, not to make it as long as the previous one. Alright, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.